Yo, what is up, guys? Joker bringing you the first video for the 3.23 Affliction League. I wanted to go ahead and throw up a video before tomorrow's announcement, giving pretty much impressions as well as hopes and expectations for what this league is going to bring, as well as go over like the reveals and potentially theorycraft what the league is going to be. So let's jump right into it with just kind of the impressions on the leaks and before the announcement. So, starting us off, we have splitting stacks of currency while in the trade menu, which is cool, but I mean, it's not that much of a reveal, really. It's something that they should have given us a while ago. It was just annoying the fact that if you forgot to split your stack of currency, that you had to exit the trade and then retrade, and then both people were thinking that the other was trying to scam them because they exited the menu, right? So it was just stupid. So it's good that it's getting fixed, but I wouldn't put it as one of like the primary leaks. And then they have Eldridge Perfection, something else that I just potentially don't understand, and I'm gonna wait for someone with more knowledge to put their two cents in about it, right? Because to me, this looks like a garbage card, right? Like not even 1C. Level 100 perfect Eldridge implicit modifier. Cool, I guess. But you would still have to get another modifier at the very least. And unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure that item level 100 bases are some of the worst to actually craft on because you don't have the ability of having specific mods blocked by item level. You have to kind of just deal, right? So I don't I don't know. I'm gonna say 2C because it doesn't seem good. And then we have the update of showing us how many character slots are used. I mean, once again, cool, but like, okay, that's not like, oh, okay. And then we have Assassin's Gift, right? Double implicit, double corrupted, two implicit, Divinarius, right? I didn't know what this was, so I had to do a little bit of research, right? I went on PoE Ninja, and then I went on the trade site to see like generic prices and builds, and it looks mainly like Icicle Mind and Forbidden Right. Not Forbidden Right. I don't know why I said Forbidden Right. Shockwave Totem, Hexblast Mines, and Icicle Mines are like the only things that I'm really seeing this dagger used with. I don't have any knowledge really on any of those builds, right? I played Hexblast Mines a little bit, but I followed a guide the entire time, and it was still not really a play style for me. I don't like mines, dude. But yeah, so I looked at the price and it says 9 to 30 div, but I went back 2 weeks and it says about 5 to 10 div is what you could probably get it for. So I mean, cool. Maybe I'll wait for once again someone who has a better perspective on that item to really say anything. I think what was it, Captain Lance who came up with the Hex Blast mines, or whoever made the Hex Blast mines build. I'll wait for them to give feedback on if this is a good card or not, right? Because to me, it's kind of yeah. I mean, the fact that it's a tier zero unique means that this card is going to have some insane rarity. It's going to be on the rarity level of like the insane cat and the demon, right? Those are the only other div cards that I can think of that gave corrupted T0 uniques that were in a stack of like 9 or 10. And those cards are pretty rare. So I see this potentially maybe a couple of div a card. It depends on how good Hexblast mines, and it depends on what the league is, honestly. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and take a look at the league mechanic. So it's called Affliction, right? And it starts with this little shaman dude dancing around a totem, which kind of gives me Ritual 2.0 vibes. But then right there, this is my only idea for the league, right? These bugs seeping into the ground. And that's essentially because an affliction is some kind of disease, usually, right? Or virus. It's something that infects, usually, like your body, right? So, disorder, disease, malady, ailment, illness. So, with this and the bugs going into the map and it being called affliction, I'm assuming we're going to channel this little totem, which would suck if we really have to channel it. I hope we can just like click it once and it'll be something like Delhi, right? Where it starts impacting the map at the point we click it, these bugs seep into the map and they essentially corrupt the map, much like Scourge and Delhi, right? Where it goes ahead and it changes something about the map, adding unique mobs like Delhi and Scourge, like adding loot multipliers, hopefully. That's the vibes I'm getting from it. I really do hope it's something like that because looking through Affliction, I really couldn't get anything else from this trailer. I mean, it could be completely left field and something completely different, but I have a feeling that it's going to be a league like Scourge or Ritual or Delhi, right? Where either we channel this when this guy dies, a bunch of mobs get spawned type thing, or like Scourge, we click a button, it throws us into the Krangled realm, and we get a huge quantity and rarity multiplier, or like Delhi, where we just touch it and then it sends pretty much the wave of delirium through the map. Monsters get progressively stronger, but once again, they give us a lot more loot, right? Hopefully, it's one of those and it's not something stupid like something that's out of map and you have to go to this island and find a cure for some kind of disease. Hopefully, it's not something like that and it's just a good old in map league where we're able to just click a button and get a bunch of loot. But that's pretty much it. That's my 2 cents on it. So tomorrow at pretty much 1:30 p.m. is going to be when the announcement happens. For things like the balance manifesto, I don't and the patch notes, I don't see there being that much. I mean, they really haven't changed anything the last couple of leagues. So I was hoping that this would go ahead and be like the announcement of like, oh, our biggest patch balance manifesto ever, 3 million pages of amazing changes. But honestly, I don't see them doing that, right? It's the last league of the year going into 2024. And in 2024, we're supposed to get Path of Exile 2 beta at least. So I don't see them really chancing anything. I think it's going to be a really safe league where probably once again very little to, if any, actual balance changes. But I mean, I could be wrong. This could be like a huge transition league, right? This could be the first league of what PoE2 leagues are going to be like, right? This could be our first experience into something like that since PoE2 is so close. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with this and other videos. I'm going to obviously make my same normal videos with like Atlas starting strategy, a couple of builds that will potentially be good after the patch notes come out. Don't follow build guides before we get patch notes. I know I just said stuff's not going to change, but do not listen to any video that says this is the best league starter before we get patch notes, because you don't know if it's going to be the best league starter until we get patch notes. Patch notes could gut it. There's several things that have just been strong for like the past 4 leagues, and unless they get gutted, then I think it's going to be a really boring league start, because it'll be like the same couple of builds everybody's been league starting the last couple of leagues. So I hope we get a bunch of skills and stuff. And obviously, if we get new skills, I'm going to do the poll to which new skill I start with, even though I think I am going to try to go pretty hard and try to get as much currency as I can in the first couple of days, because I started a new job. So I think I'm going to be fairly hideout warrior and just try to stack up as much currency as I can. That way, on the weekend, I'm able to go ahead and just dump it and blast through mappings and play catch up, right? So I'm going to quit ranting and end the video here. Once again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with this and future videos. And until next time, take care.